I don't know if this is going to come off or not. Oh man. Making music in a jumper. Is this what I'm reduced to? I'm Val Doonican. Although I'd like to hear Val Doonican sing this song. It's freezing here today. And as this is a coal fire. Hey, you want to know that? Okay, hi, I'm Paul Murphy. And, I know whether this is going to come off or not. If it comes off even 40%, I'll upload it. And if it comes off less, so if you never see this, you'll know how bad it was. I've just about finished getting the individual tracks from my CDs recorded. I'll never get them all online, and it's a heartbreak to me. I've had some time the last couple of days, so I've been listening back to a couple of them. I don't have the time to upload them and sit and watch myself or listen to myself. The quality of the recordings, of the songs, what you hear on YouTube, compared to what they sound like on the CD, is just, you know, you're getting, it's like a brass rubbing of it, you know, it's like an off-air recording. It's the only way I can do it. I tried to direct inject them to upload them by plugging a CD player into the laptop, but YouTube said, no, we are a video channel, and it wouldn't do it. And so the only way I can do it is, camera normally stands here, points at the speakers, and then I play the CD through the speakers. But you know, I mean, it's all compressed, you know. What was I listening to the other day? I think it was one of the takes of In Search of House Grand Reward. And there's like 15 instruments on that, and you know, all you can hear is this, when you hear it back on YouTube, is this little tinny voice in the background, and this swamp of sound and everything, like, you know. It's the best one can do, you know. If the words and the chords are there, feel free to do what you like. Anyway, so I'm going through, I'd obviously put them in the box in sort of, when I filed these away 25 years ago. Oh, bit of sunshine coming in. Well, thank you for that, you know. I'm not a big fan of global warming, but I like it to be a little bit warmer than it is in here at the moment. And I found this. I'm chuckling because I know what's coming up. And so at the top of the box, so the first ones in there, was sort of like the proper ones, all the original CD masters, bar maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, which was always designed to sound like a basement tapes recording, are missing. In the loft I've got all the master tapes from the studio, but they're all on 4-track, you know, and or big sportsman, and I got no means of, well, I can't, you know, can't walk up the stairs, so I ain't going to get in the loft, you know. And also my evil twin lives up there, he's been locked in there for 30 years, you know. Simpsons episode, in case you didn't get that reference. What was I on about? Thank you. If I didn't have you guys to refresh me, I don't know what I would do. Yeah, so on the top of the box was all like the rough mix CDs, which are just, you know, the final bit before you go in and smooth them out, you know, because I used to record them in my home studio. Then I take the tapes into there's a recording studio in Yeovil at the time, and just get the sound equalised, you know, so they didn't all go up and down, you know, so they're all at a level. You'll never hear them, so why should I tell you about them and waste your life? And then it goes into the outtakes, and they've all got album covers done and everything, because I was just so OCD. And then you get to the bottom, and then some of them don't even have covers. And then I found this last night at the bottom of the box, and it says 07/11/1999. I was intrigued by the title. It says Live, Drunk and Lonely in West Camel. And well, I can understand the live bit, and I can understand the lonely bit, I guess. But the drunk puzzled me, because I don't drink, I've only been drunk, well, I drank when I was in the army, which was like 77, and when I was 16. The paradox is, by the time I was old enough to drink, I didn't want to anymore, you know, and when I became a musician and stuff, you know, everyone said, well, you must do a lot of stuff if you're a musician, but, you know, because I was a songwriter, you know, name a good songwriter who didn't lose it, you know, when you start sticking stuff in you. You can't, you know. And it was just a drag, you know. You'd be sitting there. In those days, you know, no mobile telephone, so that's why mainly solo. You'd have a band, and there'd always be one, you know, that had some kind of problem, and he'd be off in a telephone box with a bag of 2-pence pieces. You know, you come back 3 hours later, and you get a knit a jumper instead of making a song up, you know. So, but then I started playing it, and there's a long rambling intro to it, and I'm talking about a concert, and it was recorded at 1:34 in the morning, and then I remembered the concert, because it was going to be my last concert, and so I didn't remember the session and stuff, but so I was intrigued by the fact why I was drunk, you know. But the concert was, so I played a concert, it was a Railway Inn in Yeovil, I can see it now. And because I came off stage and I thought, I'm never doing that again, you know. Then 2 weeks later I get a call, you know, would you open up for it? Yeah, sure I can, you're there, you know. But someone was supposed to have turned up and they didn't turn up, so and I got a bit antsy with the crowd. I remember at one point saying, oh man, I was so bad. Oh well, but they kept clapping me until my songs had a 4-song set. So I extended to 5, and so I did the first number and they clapped, and someone I wanted to be in the audience wasn't there, you know. And I said, do you mind? I think so. I did the second number. So I'm sort of, I'm heckling the audience. I say, if you clap again, I'm stopping. And I remember at one point saying, I'm not here for your entertainment, you're here for mine. I apologise to anyone who was in the crowd at the Railway Inn on the, well, this is the 7th, 11th, so it would have been the 6th of November 1999. Outrageous behaviour. I mean, you know, 1,000 concerts before and after, you know, where my behaviour's been impeccable, so I'm sure you'll let me off that. And then I'd obviously come home and thought, oh, what the hell with this, and started drinking and stuff, and rambling away. It's interesting listening to myself, you know, 25 years ago, or 23 years ago as it is now. It's almost 23 years to the day, actually. It's the 23rd of November, 2022 here now. Is that the date? Is it Kennedy? I remember Bob Dylan had to play Times Are Changing. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. At a concert the day after Kennedy died. I've just been writing about Kennedy and Prairie Winds, actually. A very long song I'm doing at the moment, just on a piece about Dealey Plaza. Anyway, let's not go off message any further than I have. So I've listened to some of this and recorded it and and here's the crux here. So track 7 is a slow version of Welcome to the 90s, which, or Welcome to the New Millennium is there, which I'd never done slow until this year when I became too ill to play it fast. And it's quite affecting, really. And let me just find some video of my children in the background. My son Dylan teething in 2013. God bless him. Santa taking the brunt of it. And let's just get on with it. Anyway, so the point of this is I thought I'd try and do a duet with myself. I've only listened to the first 30 seconds of it, so to get the thing, and then I got this idea, and I spent 4 hours talking to you about it now. Whether this will come off or not, I don't know. I don't even know if I sing in the right words then or now. So, but anyway, so it's rather schizophrenic, this, isn't it? Singing a duet with yourself 25 years, 23 years? 23 years after the fact. Of course, this ain't called Welcome to the 90s anymore, it's called Welcome to the Time. It's 2:15 in the morning. I'm listening to a porn movie on Channel 4. It's a naughty movie, I would say. Channel 4 used to show topless ladies. Channel 4, if you're outside the UK, is a television station in the UK. But back then was known for having a wild content.
Okay.
These days you see that like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the television. Oh, it's off.
Never played this one slow and easy before. Normally I scream this one, so this will be an interesting thing to do. So now you've closed your goodnight eyes, whispered your instructions, you let your lovers taste the cake, then plotted their destruction, while in the town that you call home, your parents own a hovel, and you drive by in your limousine, and you smile to see them grovel. Oh man. This song was written to be shouted. Baby says she got a break from some guy who'll take her photo, but he doesn't have a studio, so he says, why don't you meet me at a motel? She needs to be a star so bad. She tells you it's her destiny, so she does some favors for the boys and says, maybe they'll invest in me. And all the guys smell all the same, so she learns to turn her nose off. And all their promises smell the same as soon as she takes her clothes off. And the airport's shut because the runway froze, or so the TV said. Oh, and Johnny no one just jumped off the roof with a Bible on his head. His mama swears that she's in shock, and the daddy's so distressed. Then they're on the Late Late Show, and the checks are signed the press. They never would have amounted to much, nobody would have heard their story. So they take the fame while it's there, and poor Johnny lost the glory. And the preacher had a dream last night where an angel gave salvation, while the sergeant caught a glimpse of hell. Fire upon the station, they meet together at the docks and swap the consequences. For 30 years they kept the faith, now damn all the pretenses. And the candidate comes a calling while his young wife's at the surgeon's. You got to look good on prime time when you shout, let's bomb some turbans. His skeletons are all PR trained before they leave the closet. He'll sleep with some new pickup tonight, and tomorrow say, who was it? just faces to me. And the magazines boast perfect waist to girls with eating problems. They choke to death on diet pills, and the company says, what of them? While in their luxury offices, the right-wing bigots ponder. We like to give the black the job, but we think that it's beyond her. And who needs playgrounds anyway? What's in it for us? Yeah, let's shut down the daycare center. The old won't make a fuss. Conscience, it don't apply no more. They traded it in for the luxury life to get the man a mansion by the lake and the right connection wife. And the dealers selling bad advice make fortunes from bad hunches, and they spit upon the homeless on their way to their business lunches. Come down, banks they go, say what's the deal then? They shut down the daycare center, damn the children. There's clouds above the hunting grounds, thunder in the lowlands. There's storm warnings on the radio, and power in the wrong hands. And every other noise you hear is a beatbox or a siren. The Bible says thou shalt not kill, and you say, tell me why then. When did you last call up home or wonder where your friends are? Or did something good for anyone without asking what the ends are? The world outside is getting dim, the light is turning gray, and the rays are blazing you on a whim and strip your faith away. The shy guy in the boarding house cuts the glossies into pieces. He knows the page 3 girl loves him, and each day his rage increases. He says, that blonde girl in the flat below, I know it's her. But is it? Maybe next time she's all alone, he'll pay her a little visit. And Jenny She still gets those dreams each time she shuts her eyes. She can't forget what Daddy did, no matter how she tries. And Mommy didn't wanna know, she just said she was lying. Now Daddy's at the door again, and he loves it when she's crying. Far away, somebody's son paints Jesus on the wall. For 90 days they torture him, and they say, well, that's a draw. Belief won't get you far today, it soon runs out of gas. 2,000 years without any proof, well, how long will you expect it to last then, Lord? Someone's knocking at the door. Let's pretend that we're not home. It's not that I'm paranoid, but please leave me alone. I know you'll only smile at me, then pounce and do your worst. I know you'll wanna kill me, so I'll just have to kill you first. My harmonica holder is broken. Screw up.
Hey, welcome to My Problems.
There's a new nut in it. Not the only thing I know.
Well, that was fun to do. See, most people would have listened to it first and rehearsed it. But no compromise. I enjoyed that. It was strange being at the front of a microphone again without a guitar. Anyway, so that was Paul Murphy and Paul Murphy. The Murphys. It's like the lake house, isn't it? Obviously I've changed some of the lyrics over the years as well. Yeah, right. I enjoyed that. Back to work.